y'all hear me out. I'm all about the be kind to those who treat you kindly, right? That's a very big thing that I believe in. But inversely, if someone treats you not so well, it's fine to not give them the best of treatment. I don't mean fight them on the spot, because that's not what I'm here for. That's not what I advocate for. But you won't offer the same services as someone who was being super polite to you, because that's how you're supposed to be. You're supposed to treat people with kindness and respect regardless of what you're feeling or anything, and try your best. And if you lash out sometimes, be like, I'm sorry, I'm just a little stressed, this is, you know, bothering me a little too much, but I'm sorry, you know, please ignore that, I'm so sorry about that, right? You're supposed to treat them like people, not like, oh, your dad helped me with this thing. Don't be mean, right? And so, I work with a lot of different people, and at one point, this person called, and sometimes people call and they don't answer. That's not that big of a deal. Plenty of people do it. I just hang up. But then they call again, and I answer again, and I say the spiel. Hi, thank you for calling, blah, blah, blah. This is so-and-so. How can I help you? Nothing. So I wait a bit, and sometimes people pocket dial, and so I'll press like buttons or whatever, and I know how to play Mary Has a Little Lamb on the phone, so I did that so that they could hear me, right? And I did that, and then it sounded like they realized something, but they didn't say anything. I just heard noise whenever I started doing that, and then I hung up, right? And then they called again, and this time they started pushing numbers too, like if they were annoyed that I'd push numbers, which is fine, but also, then why are you calling if you're not saying anything? Like, that's just a waste of time. Why are you calling? It doesn't make any sense. And so I hung up, and then they called again, and they kept calling for a bit. And the thing is, caller ID exists, okay? Always remember that, guys. Caller ID does very well exist. And so sometimes people have it on, and I can see the name of the person that's calling. And so I did see a name, and I looked it up in our system, because we have a system on like all the people that we work with. And so I looked it up, and I find their profile, and we have a lot of information about them, right? I recite their social security number, their date of birth, and I was like, please press 1 to confirm, right? I tried to sound like an automated voice. I wasn't just like, blah, 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 blah. I wanted to sound very unhinged. And so I did that, and they like were quiet, so quiet. No more buttons were pressed, nothing. And like, I've never felt more chaotic in my life. And then they hung up, right? And then they called again later. And my coworker picked up, and by this time I told my coworker what was happening. She answered the phone, and again they were silent and didn't say anything, and all she said was, hey, so-and-so, is there anything that I can help you with? Showing them that, like, hey, we know who you are. Stop calling if you're not going to ask for any help for something, because our whole job is to help you, not waste time with this. We have other people to help. No response. They haven't called since then. Listen, man, chaos is something that I endorse. Sometimes, you know, they say, oh, let life handle it. Life will give them back what they deserve. You can be that thing in life sometimes. Now, don't go overboard. But it doesn't hurt to have a little fun sometimes. So do with what you will with that information, because I thoroughly enjoyed it. And that was the best moment that I've had working at my job. So yeah, okay, bye!